Bharti. So, listen carefully that according to this theory, some of the provisions of the Constitution of India form its basic structure, which are not amendable by Parliament by exercise of its constituent power under Article 368. समझ में आ गया इतना? Did you understand this thing?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It simply says that there are certain provision of the Constitution which cannot be amended by the Parliament under its amending power under article, which article?
368.
368.
Yeah, 368. And there are some other cases also which talked about later on about basic structure. You can note down about the cases also. So they are Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Narayan. Another case is Minerva Mill case, and one case is Chandra Kumar versus Union of India. So these three, four cases are where Supreme Court had talked about basic structure. Now, what happened in case one Bharti case? I'm talking about case one Bharti case, that the validity of 24th, 25th, and 26th constitutional, sorry, 24th, 25th, and 29th Constitutional Amendment Act was challenged, and this validity was challenged of these three acts, and the main question was related to the nature, extent, and scope of amending power of Parliament under the Constitution. What are three things? Because these three things are keywords, so you need to remember these three things, and whenever you're writing about doctrine of basic structure, so it's important. And one more thing, that it is a part of GS2. आप जो GS2 का पहला टॉपिक देखोगे इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, तो उसमें it says feature of constitution, it talks about historical underpinning of the constitution, and at the same time there is another topic also, basic feature. So this is a syllabus of UPSC GS2. सो वी आर कवरिंग दिस, एंड आप लोग इसको अच्छे से सुनना और कंप्लीट करना ताकि आपका सिलेबस धीरे धीरे कंप्लीट होना शुरू हो जाए. वी आर डन विद हिस्टोरिकल पर्सपेक्टिव, एंड second thing, some feature of the constitution also. So yesterday we had done two features. Today I'll try to discuss some more. All right. So what happened that in this case, these the validity of these three amendment acts were challenged, and main question was related to the nature, extent, and scope of amending power of Parliament. So these three things were discussed. All right. Now, do you remember the IC Golaknath versus State of Punjab case? Anyone?
So 17th Constitutional Amendment Act. Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm listening, Nistha. Go ahead.
So
I,
in
I,
that,
I
I think Article 368 they limited it that it does not come under law, like the hello
yeah,
voice
yeah,
is not
I'm
coming.
listening. Yeah, yeah, I'm listening. So you're saying that they said that
So,
360, the law made the amendments are not law. That's what you are trying to say, right?
yeah, under article, yes, under Article
Under
13
Article
they
13.
don't come under law. Yeah.
Okay. So in IC Golaknath versus State of Punjab case, in this case, it was held that the fundamental rights were beyond the amending power of Parliament. So this thing was overruled. Now, what is the status of fundamental right? That fundamental rights can be amended. All right. So remember this thing. Second thing, that this 24th Constitutional Amendment Act, which gave power to Parliament to amend any part of the Constitution, it was valid. court said that this 24th Constitutional Amendment Act is valid. Third thing, that Article 368 as amended was valid. It did not confer power on the Parliament to alter the basic structure or framework of the constitution. The court, I'm talking about what court said in Keswanand Bharti case. So same thing I am telling you. Okay. So in the Keswanand Bharti case, the court said, uh, court said that Parliament can amend Article 368 also. Okay, but Parliament cannot alter the basic structure or framework of the Constitution. But what happened in this case, that what is basic structure? The court did not spell out any list or in any exhaustive manner that what is this is basic structure. But there were some judges like Justice Sikri, they have given some, example. They have given these are the things which can be considered under fundamental rights. All right, and one more thing, that amendment of Article 368(4) excluding judicial review of a constitutional amendment was unconstitutional. All right, so these three, four main things you need to know about Keswanand Bharti case. Now I'm going to tell you that what are the basic features of the constitution. So there is no such exhaustive list. How we decide that it is the basic feature, and this is that some provision is basic feature and some are not?
Sir, various
The
judicial.
result, various cases decided by court.
Yes. So in first we'll talk about Keswanand Bharti only. So I'm talking about Keswanand Bharti. So in this case, Justice Sikri said supremacy of the constitution. If you want to note down, please note down these things. These are very important things, and you need to know these things, because if there is any question related to basic feature, you can directly write down these things. These are very much important. Even you can quote the name of Justice Sikri also इन केस वन भारती केस. इससे ये रहेगा कि आप चीजें एकदम अच्छे से जानते हो किसने क्या बोला है. ऑलराइट, सुप्रीमेसी ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, one thing. Second thing, separation of power between the legislature, executive, and judiciary. All these things were told in the case of Keswanand Bharti. Remember this thing. Republican and democratic form of government. What is the difference between republic and democratic? Anyone?
Republic means country free from monarchical
No.
So in Republic
the boss
gov-
has the
Yes,
right
Mayuri.
to choose the its representative.
Mayuri, yes, go ahead.
so in Republican form of government, the highest it the position will not be hereditary, sir. He will be a elected representative. For example, in our case, the president is an elected representative, sir. And unlike in United Kingdom, the highest position is a hereditary position, sir. So we do not have that kind. We have a Republican form of government.
Yes, exactly. What about democracy, democratic?
So, democratic form of government is where we elect our representatives. So, like people have the power to represent their elect elect their representatives.
Okay, very good. So Republican means that the head of the state will be elected, and democratic that we'll choose a representative by the way of election. Anyone has to add anything extra in democratic form of government? Anyone? Yeah, one more thing, that Mayuri, she just started, and whatever she's doing very well. So she just started. So I was telling you people that I have created that group, and these people are taking things very seriously. So Mayuri is also a member of that group, and I can say she is the leader of that group. So she's doing very well. आप लोगों को बताना चाहिए था, वो तो सी इज जस्ट बिगनर। आप लोगों को ये सब बताना चाहिए एकदम फटाफट। चलो ऑल राइट, ठीक है, इतना सही आपको जानना है। इसके बाद मैं वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट, एंड द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज फेडरल कैरेक्टर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। ओके, व्हेन आई एम सेइंग फेडरल कैरेक्टर, व्हाट डज दिस मीन? एनीवन?
Distribution of power between central government, state government, and then to Panchayati Raj.
Yeah, exactly. So these were the five things which were told by the Justice Sikri in the case of Keswanand Bharti about basic feature. There are other things also, so we'll be discussing right now. Let me clear it. The other thing is the dignity of the individual secured by the various fundamental rights and the mandate to build a welfare state contained in the directive principles. So basically, fundamental right and DPSP. These are part of basic structure, basic feature, and dignity of individual. Dignity of individual is secured by these two things, fundamental right and DPSP. So in fundamental right, the person has direct right, and in DPSP the state strive to do the same thing. Okay, next thing, unity and integrity of India. All these things are part of basic feature. Please note them down. Parliamentary system. So these were the things which were, judges gave some example that these are the things in Keswanand Bharti case, that these are the parts of basic feature. All right. So they have talked about basic feature. Now I'll talk to you about some other cases. So you know that after the Keswanand Bharti cases, the matter has been considered by Supreme Court in several cases, and from time to time, the court had declared several features of the Constitution as fundamental features or basic feature of the Constitution. So we can say, okay, tell me, I want to know that fundamental rights are part of the basic feature or not? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pakka? Anyone else? Animesh, what do you say? Fundamental rights are part of the basic uh, feature or not?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? If okay, I have a next question. If fundamental rights were part of basic feature or are part of the basic feature, then why was right to property was deleted from the Constitution, which is Article 31, which was repealed by the Constitution, if it was fundamental right, because earlier it used to be fundamental right, and if fundamental rights are part of the basic feature, then why Article 31 had been repealed? This is my question.
Sir, by 24th amendment, क्या कहते हैं जो केशव नंदा भारती केस में चैलेंज किया गया था, which was 24th amendment, and that states that Parliament is empowered to take away fundamental rights. तो केशव नंदा भारती केस में it was justified that 24th constitutional amendment is correct, but it should not alter the basic structure of the constitution, sir.
Ashutosh, that was not the question. The question was that whether fundamental rights are part of the basic feature or not, and if they are, then by Article 31 was repealed from the Constitution. Because
Sir,
if it is a part of, because if fundamental rights are basic feature of the Constitution, then it cannot be repealed. No one can alter them, right? But 31 was repealed from the Constitution.
Sir,
Yes, Neha.
I guess, like, I'm not sure about the case, but in one case, Supreme Court held, the court held that when DPSP and fundamental right, they come in conflict, especially for 39C and this Right to Property Act. Then the 39C would prevail over the fundamental right.
That yes, but there is a article in the Constitution which says about, which says the same thing.
Sir,
I
because
see.
government use it, sir,
Yes,
sir, government uses it as arbitrarily. So the Supreme Court has apprehended that if government don't take this to the into the list of 9 schedule, that's why.
Anuj, still you did not understand my question. My question is quite
Sir?
simple. Yes, Sandeep.
Sir, in Keshavananda Bharati case only, Supreme Court told that even fundamental rights can be amendable.
Yes. See, those fundamental rights which, yes,
So fundamental
Nushka.
rights are amendable, but they should not take away the basic structure of the Constitution. That's
Exactly.
what,
So if we talk about entirety of fundamental rights, then they are not part of the basic feature of the Constitution. Remember this thing. But those fundamental rights which secure the dignity of the individual, they are the part of basic feature of the Constitution. Remember this thing. समझ में आ गया आपको? बेसिक फीचर का मतलब कि उस चीज को मैंने आपको डेफिनेशन बताई थी कि नहीं बताई थी कि क्या है स्टार्टिंग में, तो आपको वहीं से सोच लेना चाहिए था कि आई सेड कि देयर आर सर्टेन प्रोविजन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फॉर्म इट्स बेसिक फीचर विच आर नॉट अमेंडेबल. अब जिनको अमेंड नहीं किया जा सकता है, दे आर दोज प्रोविजंस आर बेसिक फीचर. Now we can amend fundamental rights. So how come fundamental rights can become basic feature? They cannot become. One thing. Okay. Second thing, the court said those fundamental rights and DPSP which secures dignity of the individual, they are the part of basic feature of the Constitution. Clear है आपको? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that was the reason that the right to property does not pertain to the basic structure of the Constitution. So you could, when I was asking you that why they have repealed Article 31, so you could simply say that right to property is not a part of basic feature of the Constitution, therefore they have repealed that, right? This was the simple answer. And Article 300A was included in the Constitution. Right to property has ceased to be a fundamental right as well as a basic feature of the Constitution. It is merely a constitutional right. Now we'll talk about Quixote-Holohan case. So in Quixote-Holohan case, what did Supreme Court said about basic feature? Anyone?
So free and fair elections.
So free and fair elections.
Yes,
Sovereign, democratic, pure and republican nature of Indian
yes,
democracy.
exactly. So in this case, add one more thing, democracy. Add democracy in the list of basic feature of the constitution. So in Kyoto Holohan case, the Supreme Court declared democracy is a basic feature of the constitution, and election conducted at regular prescribed interval is essential to the democratic system envisaged in the constitution. So is the need to protect and sustain the purity of electoral process, and that may take within it the quality, efficiency, and adequacy of the machinery for the resolution of electoral dispute. So democracy, free and fair election. All right. This is also part of this basic feature of the constitution. And Justice Burma was there, so he also said something about democracy. He said democracy is a part of the basic feature of our constitution, and the rule of law and free and fair elections are basic feature of constitution. Include rule of law in the list, and he said that one of the postulate of free and fair election is provision for resolution of election election dispute, as also adjudication of dispute relating to subsequent disqualification by an independent authority. All right, now we'll talk about Bommai. SR Bommai. अगर आपसे क्योटो होलोहन वाला केस पूछ लिया जाए तो ये जितना मैंने आपको बोला है इतना आप लिख के आ जाओगे, इतना ही 150 वर्ड्स में हो जाएगा, कुछ अपने दिमाग से घुमा फिरा के और लिख देना या इसी के अराउंड चीजें लिख देना, हो गया कि भाई जो है इलेक्शन होना चाहिए, देन देयर शुड बी अ इंस्टीट्यूशन व्हिच इंश्योर फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन, इस टाइप की चीजें, एंड देन इफ देयर इज एनी डिस्प्यूट देन देयर शुड बी अ इंडिपेंडेंट judiciary or a independent institution which can decide which can decide the dispute related to the election. So all these things, if you mention this case Kyoto Holohan came, I don't remember when it came, but I was
Sir,
talking. Yes, Sakshi.
sir, I guess it happened in 1972, and to be more specific, it said that regarding the disqualification of any MP or MLA for that matter, it is the speaker who would take the decision, and before the speaker takes the decision, judicial review cannot happen. So this is what it said. Like in specifically, this is what Kyoto Halhan was about.
Okay, actually, I was saying that UPSC has asked the question on Kyoto Holohan case. Direct question, if I'm not wrong. पूछा था ना निमिष?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they have asked maybe in 2016 or 17. I don't remember when they have asked, but they asked this question directly. They said discuss Kyoto Holohan cases. This kind of direct question they have asked. Now SR Bommai, कोई कुछ कह रहा है कोई? Okay, now in SR Bommai case also, the court observed that democracy and federalism are essential features of her constitution. So federalism, I think, federal character of the constitution we have mentioned. So here they have said federalism and democracy are the basic feature of the constitution, and after that, in the same case, the Supreme Court ruled that secularism is a basic or an essential feature of the constitution. SR Bommai, these three things, Kyoto Holohan. All right, and the concept of secularism is embedded in our constitution, and this concept means, what is the meaning of secularism in Indian context?
So equal respect to all the religions.
State itself doesn't have any religion and respect for all religion equally.
Principal distance to all the religions of the
It
country.
Yeah, it simply says that a state is to accord equal treatment to all religions and religious sects and denomination. So secularism, if I say that secularism is also a facet of equality, then this statement is correct or incorrect? Animesh, आप बताओ. Animesh, are you there?
Yes, sir. It is one facet of equality.
Yeah, secularism, because we can say, how can the concept of equality be promoted if the state prefers and promote one particular religion, race or caste, which necessarily means being less favorable to other religious groups, sects or caste. समझ में आ गया कि अगर मान लो कि X, Y, Z are three community or three religion, so the state of X, Y, Z says our religion, our state religion is X. Now, when they are saying that this is our state religion, state will follow all the practices and everything with respect to this religion only, and they'll ignore by and Z. Most probably, they will not be equal because this has become the favorite one. This has become the chosen one by the state. Then state will take care of these people, and these people will be on the mercy of, I don't know whose mercy on they'll be, because if you are in, if the country is not secular, then there are a lot of problems. So obviously, if Mr. Bai and Mr. Z are left out, then they are not equal to X, because X is getting special treatment. Government has said those who belong to X, they'll get job, they'll get free house, they'll get everything. But those who are by and Z, they'll have to earn for everything. Okay, but these people will get free everything. Now, what will happen that they are not equal, obviously. So secularism is one facet of the equality. अगर आपको सेक्युलरिज्म को और इक्वलिटी को कनेक्ट करना है तो यू कैन गिव दिस काइंड ऑफ एग्जांपल. समझ में आ गया आपको? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes.
नाउ preamble is the basic feature of the constitution or not?
Yes, sir, it is.
पक्का?
No, sir.
No, sir. I guess because it was amended by Indira Gandhi through the 42nd Amendment Act, and if it would have been the basic feature of the Constitution, then it could not have been amended.
Anyone else?
Sir, I guess it is same like right to property. It can be amended, but at the end, its basic structure should not be like, the part of the preamble which forms a basic structure that should not be amended.
Yeah, exactly,
And
Rajandeep. Yes, go ahead.
I guess, sir, it is also given in one of the case. I do not remember, but it is said by Supreme Court only.
Okay, so I'm writing the name of case.
Thank you.
This is the case, okay. So in this case, Supreme Court ruled that the preamble to the Constitution guarantees equality of status and opportunity, and the rule of law is the basic feature of the Constitution. Carefully, not preamble, but the part of preamble which guarantees equality of status and opportunity and rule of law. Those three things are basic feature of the Constitution. So
Hello, sir.
equality of status, and opportunity and rule of law. So if these two things are being amendment, if preamble is being amended, then the government needs to take care of these three things, that equality of state and opportunity and rule of law. It should not be touched. If government is touching these three four things like secularism and all, so when we are talking about equality of state, then secularism also comes, because equality जो है ना बहुत बड़ा concept है. अगर हम लोग if we start talking about equality, we can discuss day and night equality. Okay, you can connect each and everything with equality, right? So basically the concept of equality, which is the basic rule of law, and that which is regarded as the most fundamental postulate of republicanism, and in which article it is? Anyone?
सर कौन सा?
Concept of equality, doctrine of equality.
14.
14 sir.
Yes.
14.
Yeah, so doctrine of equality enshrined in Article 14 of the Constitution, and I have already told you that it is the basis of rule of law, and it is the basic feature of the Constitution. And Article 16(1)(a) is a facet of Article 14. All right. So when I said Article 16(1) is a facet of Article 14, what does this mean? Who is going to explain it?
Sir, basically 16 talks about equality indirectly. That is deriving the essence of equality.
Yes. And independence of judiciary is a basic feature of the Constitution or not?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes.
Yes. And there are plethora of the cases in which Supreme Court has asserted that the independence of judiciary is a basic feature of the Constitution, and it is the sine qua non of democracy. It is the most essential character of a free society, and this means that the judiciary ought to be kept free from the influence of political consideration, and therefore judicial appointment cannot left to be absolute discretion of the executive. When this thing was said, judicial
Sir,
All
appointment,
India Associate case.
yes, exactly, and this was the ground which the court had given, that judicial appointment cannot be left to the absolute discretion of the executive. So आपको समझ में आ गया कि by, क्योंकि see, when I am telling you, when I am saying that independence of judiciary, so basic feature gives you logic. दिस इज द रीजन, अगर आपने इसको इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जुडिशरी को टच किया या एग्जीक्यूटिव के हवाले कर दिया तो इसकी क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंस हो सकते हैं, हाउ इट कैन अफेक्ट द सोसाइटी, हाउ इट कैन अफेक्ट द स्टेट, हाउ इट कैन अफेक्ट द डेमोक्रेसी ऑफ इंडिया. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स. आपको समझ में आ गया कि अगर इफ देयर आर पॉलिटिशियंस, फॉर दैट मैटर से लेट्स टॉक अबाउट एनजेक
Sir,
फॉर अ व्हाइल. हाँ, yes,
sir,
Rajandeep.
what was the name of this case which said independence of judiciary from executive? Like, I wasn't able to hear the case name.
Actually, Rajandeep, there are many cases. So I can tell you the name of case. You can note down Union of India versus Sankal Chand case.
Yes, sir.
You can note down this SP Gupta case also.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
these was, you're welcome. Yeah. So what I was telling you? या सो लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ एनजेक कि एनजेक में क्या था कि मोस्टली चीज़ें एक तरीके से इट वाज इन द हैंड ऑफ मोस्टली इन द एग्जीक्यूटिव हु इज गोइंग टू बिकम जज. सो से फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज मिस्टर एक्स and he is, say for example, a party member of a particular party called XYZ. Now he's a lawyer also and he practices in Supreme Court of India and he is eligible and everything. So what government thinks, that if we send Mr. X to Supreme Court of India, then he will take care of her interest, right? If Mr. X is taking care, because what happens, जितने भी केसेस होते हैं, in most of the cases you go against the government, right? You go against the state, that state is infringing our fundamental right, we are not being provided equality, we are not being provided oxygen, and also to right to health is also a fundamental right, and state is not state is basically denying us this thing. So now cases are almost against the state, Union of India, state or a particular state. Now if Mr. X is there and the government of belong to government in the union also, from this particular political party, now what will happen that if Mr. X reaches to Supreme Court, then most probably he'll favor this political party, the interest of this political party, and this is how he'll be hurting the interest of the common man. He will not be able to uphold the fundamental rights of the masses. So therefore, it is very important and necessary that judiciary should be impartial and independent. Did you understand this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Now, judicial review, is it part of basic structure of the constitution or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me case?
IR
Sir, Indira
Kohli.
Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi case.
There are many. Minerva Mill case also is there. Okay.
SR Bombay case.
So there are many cases. So judicial review is also a part of basic structure of the constitution. For tomorrow, we'll be discussing about judicial review. All right. So basic structure में अभी जितना बताना था उतना बता दिया है. If you remember these many things, you can easily write a good answer, be it in 250 words or be it in 150 words. You can easily write answer. All right. So this is all about basic feature of the constitution, basic structure of the constitution. किसी को कुछ ऐड
Sir,
करना है now? हाँ.
sir, like you said that if something is amendable, then it will not form the basic part or basic structure of constitution. पर
Yes.
जैसे suppose preamble or constitutions are given, so that is written that basic essence of both these are forms the part of basic structure of constitution. So should we say that preamble and fundamental rights form the basic structure of constitution?
Not exactly enemies, we can say. See, I told you those fundamental rights which guarantees or which secure the dignity of an individual, they will form the part of basic structure of the constitution. अभी अब क्या होगा कि कुछ चीजें हो गई. नो मतलब ऐसे
कहना सही है.
सिंपली अनिमेश कहना बहुत मुश्किल है ये, क्योंकि अगर हम सबको कर लेंगे तो फिर तो वो जो उन्होंने सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने डॉक्ट्रिन दिया था कि देयर आर सर्टेन प्रोविजन व्हिच कैन नॉट बी अमेंडेड. ठीक है. तो अगर हम इस तरीके से उसको कर देंगे, क्योंकि फिर तो वो कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट नहीं कर रहा है. इफ वी आर अमेंडिंग फंडामेंटल राइट्स, वी आर अमेंडिंग प्रीएम्बल आल्सो, देन इट्स कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी कि जो डॉक्ट्रिन आया है उससे कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करेगा, फिर तो वो हो ही नहीं पाएगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, matlab, if mains question comes that fundamental rights are the basic fundamental rights form the basic structure of constitution. So, should we take it broadly like only the essence, or should we consider it wrong?
इसको कुछ मत करना, इसमें सीधा सीधा केशवानंद भारती केस लिखना. ठीक है. और केशवानंद भारती केस में जो हम लोगों ने अभी डिस्कस किया ना, डिग्निटी एंड ऑल, और घुमा फिरा के वही चीजें लिखनी. ये कुछ क्वेश्चन होते हैं, इनको डायरेक्ट आंसर करना ही नहीं होता है. समझ रहे हो आप? जैसे अगर आप लिख दोगे ना कि यस फंडामेंटल राइट कंसीडर, तो वो भी प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो सकता है, और अगर आप लिख दोगे कि नहीं करता है तो वो भी प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो सकता है. सो इट्स बेटर राइट सीधा कोर्ट को कोट करो ना. समझ रहे हो आप?
ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में मोस्टली ये भी लिखा होता है इफ यस व्हाई, इफ नॉट व्हाई, लाइक यू नो व्हाटएवर यू आर ऑप्टिंग यू हैव टू गिव द प्रॉपर एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर दैट.
Actually, you don't need to opt anything in these
Yeah,
kind
that's
of.
why like you have to like you know play the middle path, like you
Yeah,
have to take the middle path.
आपने अगर पॉलिटिशियंस की डिबेट देखी होगी, उनसे सीधा क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, वो कभी सीधा जवाब नहीं देते हैं.
Yes sir.
उनसे पूछते हैं आप बोलिए हाँ या नहीं, ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो रही है या नहीं, या उनसे आप कुछ भी पूछोगे वो कभी डायरेक्ट जवाब नहीं देते हैं. ये स्कीम फेल क्यों हुई, तो आपको भी वही तो काम है आपका ब्यूरोक्रेट्स का। या आप किसी ब्यूरोक्रेट अगर जैसे मान लो कि किसी से पूछा तो आपने देखे होंगे ब्यूरोक्रेट्स के और उनके इंटरव्यू देखे होंगे, तो वो लोग क्या बोलते हैं, वो कहेंगे कि नो गवर्नमेंट इज ट्राइंग एवरीथिंग। ये नहीं कहेंगे कि भाई लोग मर गए हैं, आज भी ऑक्सीजन की कमी हुई और लोग मर गए हैं। दे वोंट से दिस थिंग, दे विल से या वी आर ट्राइंग आवर बेस्ट एंड दिस एंड दैट, तो घुमा फिरा के बोलेंगे। सो आपका काम भी तो वही हो रहा है, यू आर गोइंग अल्टीमेटली यू आर गोइंग टू पार्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, और
Yes.
आपको डिफेंड ही गवर्नमेंट को करना है। अगर आप जाके क्रिटिसाइज कर दो, क्वेश्चन पूछे ही इसीलिए जाते हैं, दे आस्क दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन सो दैट दे कैन एनालाइज हाउ डू यू थिंक। if you can't balance things, then आपने whatever content you would have written, you can get 2 marks or 3 marks, but you won't get much marks in that. But if you are writing balance answer घुमा फिरा के, आपको मिलेंगे, क्योंकि आप तो डिप्लोमेट हो ना, एंड
Yes.
डिप्लोमेट हाँ
The,
डायरेक्ट
the,
बात नहीं करते हैं।
yeah, this was also I was also trying to this only. Like in one of the answers, like there was a question like you only posted about governor, and
Yes,
most
I
of the
remember
people,
that thing.
even including me, also put yes. Like, and it
Yeah, so
was
and
not the correct way to answer.
या मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हैव रिटन उत्तराखंड में क्या हुआ, राजस्थान में क्या हुआ, उसको
Yeah.
खरीदा गया, एंड एवरीबडी हैज रिटन दोज थिंग्स। अरे वी हैव टू कंसीडर वी आर लिविंग इन द आइडियल स्टेट,
Yeah.
राइट।
Yes, sir.
या अगर आपको बोलना है तो गिव एग्जांपल ऑफ एसआर बोमई केस, रिसेंट जो एक नवाम तुकी वाला केस था, यू कैन गिव रेफरेंस ऑफ दैट केस। बट आप खुद नहीं बोलना कभी भी डायरेक्ट, अगर आपको बोलना है फिर ब्रिंग सुप्रीम कोर्ट बीच में कि कोर्ट ने ऐसा कहा है, समझ रहे हो
Yes,
आप?
sir. Like it is always said कि you should not put your views. It should be like view of any authority. Like in this case,
हम्म,
Supreme Court.
हाँ। अब जैसे आपको मैं बताऊं, अब कैसे क्वेश्चन है जहां आपको अपनी ओपिनियन, देयर आर सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन वेयर यू नीड टू गिव योर ओपिनियन। जैसे वाटर मैनेजमेंट का हो गया, तो कुछ we heard that few years back, maybe 2-3 years back, there was a water crisis in Chennai, right? एंड वाटर कंजर्वेशन के ऊपर बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आते हैं, तो इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन में आपको अपनी ओपिनियन देनी है। यहाँ ये दिखेगा कि आप लोग सोचते हो। सेकंड थिंग, आई टेल यू वन थिंग, कि आप क्या करना कि जैसे कोई भी वंस अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई थिंक आई हैव टोल्ड यू कि आपने कुछ भी चीज़ पढ़ी वाटर मैनेजमेंट के बारे में पढ़ा, तो आप ये देखो कि कुछ कुछ एक स्टेट है, जैसे अभी एक ऑक्सीजन का वी आर हैविंग लॉट ऑफ क्राइसिस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन क्राइसिस इन दिस कंट्री इन हॉस्पिटल्स। अभी एक महाराष्ट्र में एक डीएम है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मैजिस्ट्रेट, एंड उनका छोटा सा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है एंड ट्राइबल डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, बट ही मैनेज्ड इन सच अ गुड वे कि वहाँ अब उनको कोई क्राइसिस नहीं रहा। तो आप जो है ऐसी केस स्टडीज का एग्जांपल दे सकते हो कि वी कुड हैव फॉलोड दिस मॉडल, वी कुड हैव टेकन थिंग्स फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर, इस तरीके के रियल एग्जांपल दो। उससे क्या होता है कि देन इससे आपका आंसर थोड़ा सा यूनिक, क्योंकि बिकॉज मेरा क्या होता है कि आई सी आंसर एंड आई गिव ऑलमोस्ट देन सेम रिव्यूज, बिकॉज सबके सब एक जैसा लिखते हैं। व्हाट पीपल डू, अभी जाएंगे गूगल करेंगे, वहीं से चीजें उतारना शुरू कर देंगे। अरे भाई यूपीएससी में नहीं लिख पाओगे ना आप, समझ रहे हो कि आपको गूगल नहीं मिलेगा ना, तो आप उतार के लिख पाओगे चीजें। आपको क्या करना है कि आपको यू हैव गॉट द क्वेश्चन, देन यू हैव टू गूगल थिंग्स एंड यू हैव टू लर्न, ओके। एंड वंस यू हैव लर्न थिंग्स, देन ट्राई टू राइट इन योर ओन वे, गिव योर ओन सजेशंस। जितना भी क्रिएटिव हो सकते हो उतना ट्राई टू बी क्रिएटिव। अभी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो ना, प्रैक्टिस करने में कॉपी करने की प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर रहे हो आप आंसर लिखने की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो। तो प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आती है कि लोग कॉपी करते हैं, तो कॉपी करने की प्रैक्टिस शुरू कर देते हैं, हाउ टू डू कॉपी। बट you have to write what you need to do, how to write a good answer. So buns, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि राजनदीप आपका आंसर है, अंकिता का है, सतीश का भी आंसर है, ज्योति है, तो इन लोगों के जो आंसर होते हैं आप लोगों के, तो आप लोगों के आंसर एकदम सही आंसर होते हैं, यू राइट वेरी वेल आंसर। अब उसमें क्या करना है, बंस यू आर गुड एट कंटेंट, यू आर स्ट्रक्चर एंड एवरीथिंग। उसके बाद आपको क्या करना है, देन आता है टाइम, कि आपको जो है आंसर 6 मिनट के अंदर लिखना है। 6 मिनट में इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि देर में बी सम क्वेश्चन विच कैन टेक 8 मिनट्स ऑल्सो, सो आइडियली टेक 6 मिनट 30 सेकेंड लाइक दिस ओनली। तो सेकंड थिंग ये है, सेकंड टास्क आपका ये है कि आपको आंसर टाइम फ्रेम में लिखना शुरू करना है। इतना आपने करना शुरू कर दिया, हो गया आपका?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, और किसी को कुछ बोलना है इसमें?
सर ये जो हमने डिस्कस किया था डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर, बेसिकली सर इसमें अगर कभी एमसीक्यू फॉर्म में क्वेश्चन आता है इट कंटेन्स फंडामेंटल राइट्स और प्रीएम्बल, सो वी शुड नॉट कंसीडर दैट एज ट्रू ना सर?
No, no. We
ओके
will
सर,
not consider them true.
ओके सर.
Yes. Now, what should we discuss? We should talk about.
Sir,
Anuj.
sir, so the Supreme Court has not specified the articles like which clears or give clarity about the freedom and dignity of individual, like you have
See,
explained
Article
in the
21 is there. Okay. इस तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कुछ, दैट इज द वन बिग प्रॉब्लम कि कोर्ट ने बोल दिया है कि सब कोर्ट डिसाइड करता रहेगा. उन्होंने कुछ क्लैरिटी नहीं दी. उन्होंने ऐसे बोल दिया है कि डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, अब विच आर्टिकल इंश्योर्स डिग्निटी ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल, दैट विल आल्सो बी डिसाइडेड बाय द कोर्ट, राइट. अब आपको ऐसा लगता है, देखो होता क्या है, यू फील दैट योर डिग्निटी इज बीइंग compromised, right? Then you will go to the court, then court will decide whether your dignity is being compromised and not. So आप ही कोर्ट को बताओगे कि under this article my dignity is being compromised under article 14, under article 21, under article 19. Okay, then court will decide whether it's doing or not, whether it's happening or not. समझ में आ गया आपको?
जी सर.
ये चीज है.
ठीक सर.
Okay, Mahalakshmi, are you there? Yes, Sakshi. Allahabad High Court said that right to life also includes right to a decent burial. So actually it ensures the dignity of a human being. Right to a decent burial is also a fundamental right, and it ensures human dignity. Mahalakshmi, can you hear me? Rajandeep,
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
how many national parks are there in Chhattisgarh?
Sir, 2.
Acha.
So
Animesh,
should,
Yes.
how many national
sir,
parks are there in? Yes,
like,
Rajandeep.
sir, for third, it was a confusion, but then at the end, like Wikipedia said, it doesn't come in Chhattisgarh. It is a part of uh,
Madhya
Madhya
Pradesh.
Pradesh. Yes, sir. There was one another which is known as, I guess, Sanjay National Park.
Sanjay, Guru
Yes,
Ghasidas National Park.
Lugasidas
Okay,
National Park.
yeah, but
Sir,
the
and this
government
counted in
website,
Chhattisgarh also.
yeah, but government website says that it is in Chhattisgarh. So there are three national park: Indravati National Park, Kanger Ghati or Kanger Valley National Park, and Guru Ghasidas National Park, which is known as Sanjay National Park also. So there are three national park. Indravati drives its name from the Indravati River. Indravati River के बारे में कोई मुझे कुछ बताएगा?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी.
Sir, Indravati river is basically a tributary of Godavari river only.
How many tributary are in of Godavari? Give me some major name.
Indravati, Penganga, Venganga, Pranita. I know these 4. I'm
यूपीएससी में
not
पूछा
sure
था एक
about
साल.
Amravati. I'm not sure about Amravati, but these 4 are, I guess, tributary of Godavari.
Okay. So I have a question. Indravati National Park is a tiger reserve or not?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir. It came under Project Tiger.
Yes. So we can find wild water buffalo, चीतल, barking deer, नीलगाय and goats. Wild water buffalo का स्टेटस क्या है?
Endangered.
Endangered.
Endangered. What about चीतल?
Cheetal, least
Least
concern.
concern.
Barking deer,
Concern.
Please consider.
Least concern. Least concern.
नीलगाय,
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
goats,
Gore,
Vulnerable.
vulnerable.
Okay. This Kangar Ghati National Park is located in Chhattisgarh, and it derives its name from Kanger River, and which flow throughout this
Sir,
park. हाँ,
sir, Nilgai is least concern.
अच्छा.
Sir, actually, it is found in abundance. Like abundance means very
सर इसको
abundance. Like
मतलब शेड्यूल इसमें क्या कहते हैं उसको फॉरगेटिंग द टर्म जिसमें स्टेट्स को अलाउ करते हैं मारने के लिए सर
हाँ, कुछ states
So
में allow
Bihar
करते
state and
वाइल्ड
Uttarakhand
एनवायरनमेंट
state has earlier done this.
अच्छा, ठीक है. तो ये जो है लीस्ट कंसर्न है, नीलगाय याद रखना.
सर जब उन्होंने बोला ना तभी मेरे दिमाग में न्यूज आया था कि ये कैसे हो गया.
अच्छा. It is one of the India's densest national park also, and it is located in Bastar region, Bastar Hill Maina. It is the state bird of Chhattisgarh, and we can find in Kanger Ghati National Park. And there are a lot of plateaus, valley, stream, etc. in this national park. And this park has kind of moist, deciduous type of forest, and we can find this python, cobra, crocodiles. So all these things we can find. So एक बार थोड़ा सा देख लेना. बाकी तो कुछ है नहीं. गुरु घासीदास नेशनल पार्क का is some part of it located in Korea district of Chhattisgarh, and some part in Sindhi and Singrauli district of Madhya Pradesh, and it is a part of Sanjay Dubri Tiger Reserve. तो जो संजय दुबरी टाइगर रिजर्व, it used to be part of Madhya Pradesh earlier, but thereafter Madhya Pradesh, there was this bifurcation of Madhya Pradesh between Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So Chhattisgarh became a new state on 1st November 2000. It was 1st November, right? फर्स्ट नवंबर ही था ना डेट.
Yes, sir.
Apart from Chhattisgarh, two other states were also formed on the same day.
Karnataka.
उत्तराखंड एंड झारखंड
Jharkhand, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand.
UK and JK, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand. So these, yes, Sandeep. Yeah. So we can find Bengal tiger, Indian leopard, spotted deer, sambar deer, wild boar, nilgai, chinkara. All these we can find in this park. And बस आपको यही पता होना चाहिए किस टाइप का क्लाइमेट है और कौन कौन यहाँ मिल जाता है. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ खास है नहीं. नाउ आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन. आई आस्क्ड अनिमेश yesterday समथिंग. आपको कुछ बोला था मैंने कि आप प्लीज एक्सप्लेन करिए कल. हाँ जी, आप बताइए.
सर मड फ्लैट्स एंड क्रीक्स.
मड फ्लैट्स एंड क्रीक्स.
Yes, sir. Sir, mud flats are basically deposits that is done by either sea or river in the estuary region of the marine area. Basically, when sediments are dropped in the form of flats, they form mud flats, and that is formed in the estuary region, and it can be formed by rivers or sometimes sea also.
Okay.
And creeks are nothing but they are streams basically. For example, creeks differ in meaning in different area. In USA, small streams are called creeks, whereas in Indian region, when some part of water body is connected to bigger part, that is called creek. The इसमें फ्लो ज़्यादा नहीं होता है, फ्लो बहुत कम होता है.
अच्छा, अनिमेश इनफ्लो होता है जो स्ट्रीम का, या आउटफ्लो होता है क्रीक्स में?
सर इनफ्लो होता है, मतलब जैसे बड़ी बॉडी में कनेक्ट होती है, एक टाइप ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी कह सकते हैं उसको.
हाँ, ये जैसे रिवर है, तो इस रिवर्स में जो क्रीक्स है वो इनफ्लो करेंगी या आउटफ्लो करेंगी?
सर इनफ्लो करेगी.
अच्छा, ठीक है. तो ये छोटे छोटे हम लोग देखते हैं इधर उधर से कहीं से जाके कुछ कुछ मिल जाता है, सो उनको क्रीक्स बोलते हैं, है ना?
Yes, sir. मतलब basically, if there is small, if the water is bounded by areas which has low flowing density, मतलब पानी बहने की वो बहुत कम है, तो creeks कहलाता है.
ठीक है. सतीश, आपको कुछ बोला था मैंने. Can you please
Yeah.
explain those things? Yeah.
Yeah. So delta, estuary, and lagoons. So first starting with estuary. So estuary is a partially enclosed coastal body of brackish water with one or more rivers flowing into it, and it has a free connection to open sea. So that's an estuary, and it happens usually in regions where there are high tides. Um, and examples of this are coastline of submergence, that is the Konkan coast for estuary, and for lagoons are shallow water bodies which get separated from a large body of water by some barrier or reefs or island. So examples of lagoons are Chilika Lake and backwaters in Kerala. And lagoons mostly don't have any freshwater source, so they are more saline compared to estuary. And the other one was delta. So for delta, when river reaches a lake or sea, so the water slows down and loses its power to carry sediment. So the sediment is dropped at the mouth of the river, and these form triangular bodies at the mouth of the river. So these are called deltas. Um, so usually it's like sediments which built up in layers forming the delta, and usually deltas are there in low tide and coastal plain areas.
Okay. High tide में estuaries, low tide में deltas, right?
Yes, yeah.
याद रखना आप लोग ये चीज. Now we'll talk about base rate. So कोई explain करेगा or should I explain it? Who is going to explain base rate?
Sir, simply the rate at
Rate.
Sir, minimum rate which is set by RBI.
So introduced by government in 2010, it is a minimum rate at which bank can lend.
Yeah.
Okay. इसके नीचे नहीं कर सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Can bank lend below this rate?
It can do it for its employees.
No, sir, for the
Yes.
PSL, private sector lending, it can lend.
And what about this benchmark prime lending rate? What was the problem with BPLR? So they had to bring this base rate. Earlier we used to have this BPLR, right? You know this thing or not?
Yes, sir.
So in 2003 it was introduced, and in 2010 it was replaced by base rate. So what was the problem with BPLR, and what was this BPLR?
So no transparency in base rate. So MCLR was introduced.
अभी क्या होता था कि it is called benchmark prime lending rate. So what bank used to do, say for example Mr. Ambani, so he's a very big corporate, and if he goes to bank, then he tells bank, okay, give me at 5%, the interest shall be charged 5%. So bank used to charge 5%, Mr. Ambani, but at the other hand bank used to charge जो small छोटे छोटे लोग हैं उनको 7%, किसी को 8%, इस तरीके से, है ना. तो दिस वाज दी प्रॉब्लम कि कोई ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं थी, किसी को भी कुछ किसी भी रेट से दिया जा रहा था. एंड मोस्टली जो है द बर्डन यूज्ड टू बी ऑन स्मॉल पीपल और स्मॉल कॉर्पोरेट्स, और वी कैन से जो भी माइक्रो स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज थी, बट बिग कॉर्पोरेट्स और यूज्ड टू टेक, जो इनके कहते हैं ना पक्के कस्टमर है, बैंक्स के बड़े बड़े कस्टमर हैं, दे यूज्ड टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स. तो एक ये बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था. देयर आफ्टर द आरबीआई इंट्रोड्यूस्ड दिस इन 2010, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ बेस रेट. सो बेस रेट इज नथिंग बट द रेट एट बिलो विच बैंक कैन नॉट लैंड टू एनीवन. तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आरबीआई ने सेट कर दिया कि 7% इज द बेस रेट, तो इससे नीचे कोई भी लैंड नहीं कर सकता है कोई भी बैंक. दिस इज द बेस रेट, और कुछ नहीं है इसमें. ठीक है, बाकी तो कॉन्सेप्ट हम लोग कल ही डिस्कस करेंगे. और किसी को कुछ बोलना है?
Sir,
Did you understand this?
basically,
हाँ, अनिमिस बोलो.
sir, basically BPLR has the problem that bank were giving loans on their discretion.
हाँ.
And they were not attached to some type of rates. Like if RBI is transferring them repo rate, they are decreasing repo rate. So they were giving on their own discretion. So
हाँ,
they
कोई
came
रेपो
up with
रेट.
so
Yes.
they came up with MCLR to bind the bank rate with repo rate. But again, the MCLR had the problem that banks were not giving the advantages to the customers, stating that their NPA is very high, so they are not going to decrease their interest rate. So now they are coming with external benchmark lending rates.
ठीक है, बाकी तो ऐसा कुछ इसमें है नहीं, इतना ही था.
So could you please just like the Indira Gandhi